Hi, Junior Chefs! Welcome back to my classroom. Now, we are down to the lesson 6 of our Cook 005 class. And this week, we are going to talk about cereals. The grains of cultivated grass, grains of wheat and rice. My objective is, at the end of the session, the learners must be able to discuss the physical structure of cereal grain, identify the other form of cereal, discuss the nutritive value of cereals, present breakfast cereal dishes with suitable plating and garnishing according to standards, and we are going to prepare various types of cereal dishes using suitable garnishing. Grain of wheat and rice. Cereals and starches both belong to the plant kingdom and considered source of carbohydrates as energy, vitamins, and minerals. Cereals are cultivated plant of the grass family which give edible starchy seeds of grains. The word cereal is derived from Ceres, the Roman goddess of harvest and agriculture. Cereals is any grass cultivated for the edible components of its grain, botanically a type of fruit called Caryopsis. It is composed of endosperm, germ, and bran. Cereal grains are grown in greater quantities and provide more food energy worldwide than any other type of crop and are therefore staple crops. Sample of the staple crops. Most of the global human population lives on a diet based on one or more of the following staples like rice, wheat, maize or corn, millet, sorghum, roots and tubers which includes potatoes, cassava, yams and taro, and animal products such as meat, milk, eggs, cheese, and fish. Main anatomical of cereal grain. This picture shows the physical structure of a cereal grain. The first part is what we call the hull, the inedible outer layer of the whole grain that protects the inner kernel from sunlight, pests, water, and disease. The next part is what we call bran, the multi-layered outer skin of the kernel. It's often ground into bran flour. The nutritional value of this one is fiber, antioxidants, iron, zinc, copper, magnesium, B vitamins, and phytonutrients or disease-preventing chemicals found in plants. The next part is what we call endosperm. The role of this one is the food supply. The endosperm surrounds and provides nutrition to the germ. Its nutritional value includes carbohydrates, protein, plus a small amount of vitamins and minerals. And the last part is what we call germ. The role of this one is the embryo. It will sprout into the new plant if fertilized by pollen. The nutritional value of this one is antioxidants, B vitamins, vitamin E, phytonutrients, and unsaturated fats. Now let us proceed in discussing about other form of cereal. Wheat. It is the most milled into the wide range of flour. There are different varieties of wheat. Number 1, cracked wheat. It is the whole wheat kernel broken into varying degrees of coarseness. It should be soaked first for several hours before cooking. The next one is bulgur. It is a wheat berry that has had the bran removed and steam cooked and dried and ground into varying degrees of coarseness. It only needs to be soaked and drained before using it. And the last one is what we call couscous. It is made by removing the bran and germ from durum wheat berries. The endosperm is then steamed, pressed to form tiny pellets, and dried it can be served like rice. Other form of cereal include sorghum or millet. Miller grains are smaller than rice kernels. Barley. It was the chief bread cereal of ancient Greeks, Hebrew, and Romans, and still used to a limited extent in Europe. Rye. It is the major cereal grain in Northern Europe. Its principal feature is its hardness. It is more resistant to cold weather pest diseases than wheat. Oats. A cereal crop can grow well in poor soil and dull rainy climate. Triticale. Triticale flour is suitable for making breads and noodles. Its palatability in breads approaches that of whole wheat flour and is rated superior to rye flour. Buckwheat, used for manufacturing of pancake flour, market flour of wheat or non-wheat. Have you tried eating breakfast cereal? Well, I guess everyone did. Cereal is a delicious way to get the most out of your breakfast. A balanced breakfast packed with important nutrients in just a few minutes. Breakfast cereal is a wide variety made from different grains. It may be flaked, shredded, or puffed. Other ingredients may include dried fruit, honey, nuts, cocoa, sugar, or even salt. And it is often fortified with vitamins and minerals. Its nutritive value depends on ingredients and the milk used. And did you know, porridge, muesli, high-bran cereals are good. Nutritive value of cereals. Nutrients that are represented best in a bowl of cereal include useful amount of protein and gluten growth, small amount of unsaturated fat or energy. It contains carbohydrate, cellulose, starch, and a good source of energy, and the vitamin B group for nerves and energy. Now, are you ready? Let's cook! Be your own chef. Now let me present to you a video that will show you how to make a non-baked homemade granola bars. When you think granola bars, you think health. Granola bars are generally composed of rolled oats, honey, and dry fruits, and are known to be Super B energy boosters.
Hi Bold Bakers, I know it is back to school time, but I am going to brighten your day with my no-bake granola bars. They are perfect for lunch boxes and afternoon snacks. So let's get started. So here's what's fantastic about these granola bars. We're going to make one base recipe, and then from that you can make any flavor you want. I'm going to show you some of my favorites, but first we're going to make the base for the granola bars. So in a large bowl, we're going to add in some oats. Rolled oats or quick cooking oats work perfectly. And then into the oats, we're going to add in some Rice Krispies. Generally, I always have these in my house. So those are the simple dry ingredients for the base. Now we're going to move on to the wet ingredients. So into another bowl, we're going to add in some butter, brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, you can use white, but brown sugar is preferable. And then some liquid sugar. I'm using honey. You can use agave, maple syrup, any liquid sugar. So our next step is to pop this into the microwave, or you can put it into a small saucepan, and you want to let it simmer up for around 2 minutes. It will create a nice caramel, and then we'll put that onto our dry ingredients. So our little caramel is out of the microwave. It smells delicious. So to this, you want to add in a little bit of salt. Salt just helps to bring out all of the lovely flavors of the ingredients that you're going to put into it. And then I'm also going to add in a little bit of vanilla extract. Now this is optional in case you don't have it or you don't want to add it in, but it does add a lovely bit of flavor, a nice little kick to your bars. Just want to give them a mix in. And then we're just going to pour it straight over our oats and our rice. Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous. Once your caramel is in there, you want to give it a good mix until it all comes together. And there you go. This is the base for our chewy granola bars. It absolutely takes no time to make it all. It's going to give it a little taste. Oh, it's so yummy. The texture is really nice, and I can taste a little bit of salt and vanilla. So I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a lot of different flavors. We're going to start out by making a nut and raisin bar. Into my granola bar base, I'm going to add in some toasted chopped nuts. Now here I am using almonds because I love almonds, but you can use any kind of nut that you like. Make sure they're toasted because it just gives such a better flavour. Next is our dried fruit. I'm using raisins. Dried fruit is high in nutrients. Because there's no water, they're even more dense. So they're really good. And then lastly, I'm going to add in some unsweetened coconut. I adore coconut. And then just give that a big mix around. Make sure that everything gets combined well. These granola bars are fantastic when you need a boost of energy after school, for lunch, whatever it is. Oats are great because they're full of energy and they're slow releasing, so it'll keep you going throughout the day. That's it, all mixed up. And as you can see, no baking, no machines, all done by hand in minutes. So now I'm going to put this mix into a tray. Line a small tray with parchment and then just pour in your granola. The mix might seem a little bit dry, but what you're going to do is press it into the tray. And you can feel then how sticky it is. Also, it firms up when it goes cold. And that's how you get those nice bars. You might want to use a spatula or a palette knife and just press it in nice and firm to get an even layer. I like big thick bars, but you can spread this out thinner if you would like. Now in true bigger bolder baking fashion, I'm going to sprinkle some more ingredients on top and a few toasted almonds and some raisins. And then just give those guys a little bit of a press down. Our granola bars are looking great and they're smelling great, but now it's time to pop them into the fridge to let them set. It takes around 2 hours. So you've got to have a peanut butter and jelly granola bar considering this is back to school. So it's really, really easy to make. The only difference is into your wet mix of butter and brown sugar and honey, we are going to add in some peanut butter. You can use smooth or chunky, whatever you like. You also don't have to use peanut butter, you can use any nut butter. And then just give him a mix in until he almost kind of melts into the ingredients. There you go. And then just like before, pour your wet into your dry. Into this bar, I'm also going to add some toasted peanuts. Give nice extra texture, a little bit of bite, and then just mix it all together. You guys have been requesting granola bars, I'd say, since I started the channel. So it's definitely about time that I made them. So we've got our peanut butter in here, but let me show you where the jelly comes into it all. So go ahead and scoop half of your peanut butter granola mix into your prepared tray. Press it down with a spatula until you get a nice thin layer. So then for my favorite part, the jelly. Choose any kind of jelly you want, it's up to you. I usually have raspberry or strawberry. And then we're just going to do a very thin layer on top of these oats. Just spread out your jam until it's a nice even layer. Once your jam is on there, then go ahead and put on the rest of the oat mix. Be careful not to squish down too much so your jam doesn't come out. If your jam is a little bit runny, you can always pop your tray into the fridge as well and let it set before you put on your other layer. To add a little extra something to these bars, I'm just going to sprinkle some more chopped toasted peanuts on top. Just as I'm finishing up these bars, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, make sure you do so. We've got new mug meals coming soon, and we also have fantastic holiday recipes coming up, so you don't want to miss out on any of them. Okay, that's it, we're done. You can see some jam coming out the side there. This guy is ready for the fridge. So another delicious granola bar is double chocolate. Sounds like heaven. It's really easy. All you want to do is into your wet ingredients, very similar to peanut butter. We're going to add in some good quality unsweetened cocoa powder and then just give it a good mix in. And then straight into your dry ingredients. Also for extra chocolate, because no one will say no to that, I like to add in some chocolate morsels. Make sure that they are good quality. And then just like the others, mix them all together until everything is combined. Sometimes these mixes seem a little bit dry, but just keep on mixing until all your oats are hydrated. Everything is covered in a delicious layer of yumminess. And remember, all of my recipes, along with other snack ideas, can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com. Okay, this is well mixed, it's nice and stiff. So now we're just going to press it into our tray. And then just press it down evenly all the way to the edges. And because you can never have enough, I'm going to sprinkle some more chocolate chips on top. So this guy now is ready for the fridge. My granola bars have been in the fridge for a few hours. They're nice and firm. So now I'm going to cut them so you can have a look. Cut them into whatever sizes you like. Remember that they are filling, so they don't have to be huge. The granola bars stay fresh in an airtight container for up to 5 days. You can put them in the fridge or leave them out at room temperature. Okay, because I just made the chocolate one, I'm going to give that a taste. It is rich and decadent and chocolatey. This is gorgeous, and the best thing about it is there's all these lovely oats in there, the rice, great ingredients. They are a great way to start your day, end your day, or any time in between. Share your granola bar photos with me on social media using the hashtag BoldBakers, and I'll see you back here next week for more bigger, bolder baking. Every day I'm squishing.
So that's it for today. I hope that you learned something from my presentation. Still got any questions? If you do, please DM me to my official Facebook account, Jerica ARQ Surel. and you may subscribe to our official YouTube account, OCP GoTeach, for more exciting video.
Happy learning at home with lessons made easy by Olivarian GoTeach. One proud Olivarian.